Hello, my name is Donna Marciana, and for my Sports Med Project 3, I did ACL injury prevention. The anterior cruciate ligament, also known as the ACL, is a ligament in the knee that connects the femur and the tibia. Under high-stress situations, this ligament becomes very susceptible to injury. We usually see ACL tears with quick direction changes and harsh jumping motions. We also know that this injury is more common in females. ACL tears can be quite serious, requiring surgery. Researchers say an estimated 200,000 people tear their ACL each year, and the majority of these cases are from non-contact sports. In my program, I will work on two areas to help prevent ACL injuries in athletes. The first area will be educating the athlete on how to have proper technique and biomechanics during play. And the second area will be actually strengthening the muscles that support the ACL. The first technique we wanted to improve on was pivoting. To start, the player is dribbling the ball towards an opponent. He suddenly stops and places the ball under his foot. The player then pivots on his standing leg and moves the ball out from under him in the opposite direction. We want to make sure that the player turns away from the opponent and keeps himself in between the opponent and the ball at all times. Then pushing the ball out from under himself, he turns and runs away with full speed. The next technique we wanted to improve on was proper cutting.
The basic idea of a single cut is to deceive your opponent, get him to make the first step, cut in front of him, and then speed up in the open space behind him. To make this work, you dribble hard at the defender, choose one side, dribble with the same foot. For example, with the right foot, you slightly get the ball out of your feet, out of your foot, pretend a shot, cut the ball with the inside of the foot so the ball moves laterally in front of the defender, and after you make that cut, you speed up into the space behind him. You really want to sell that fake shot or fake pass. You move hard, you open up with your entire body, get the foot and your upper body in the position that you actually could pass or could take the shot, and then get the entire body around the ball with the inside of the foot, cross it in front of your defender, and speed up. Important is that you really speed up and get right in the back of the defender so there's no way that you can be held back. If you want to go a step further.
Next, we worked on proper jumping technique. In figure A, we see the loading of the leg. B, we see takeoff and arms movement to get his body up in the air. C, we see the trunk and legs backward extension to get full momentum when he hits the ball. D, we see ball impact, and E is the beginning of the landing. Once the athlete lands, we want to make sure that he tracks his toes over his knees to prevent injury. Lastly, we worked on proper slowing down technique. When slowing down, we want to make sure that the athlete is tracking their knees over their toes to prevent any lateral or medial injuries to the knee. Next, we want to make sure that we are sitting our butt back rather than leaning our knees forward over our toes, and that our weight is flat across our feet. For the strengthening side of my program, I had Kelsey work on 5 different exercises that will help strengthen the muscles around her ACL. Our first exercise was Nordic hamstring presses, which obviously work on our hamstrings.
Ready, go. Push back up. Push. Use your legs. Okay, ready?
Next, I had Kelsey perform lunges to help improve her quad and glute strength.
Is that good? Let's do it more.
Next, we did a calf raise series to improve her gastrocnemius and soleus strength.
Two up, one down. And then do them on the box. With your heels off. Yikes. This is kind of. That's why I put you on the table. So you can hold on.
We also did jump and holds which is basically a jump squat. But during this exercise, I saw that Kelsey was having a hard time tracking her knees over her toes. As you can see here, her knees went inwards a little bit when she did her landing. So I revised this exercise by having Kelsey put a band around her knees and holding resistance to make sure that her knees were tracking over her toes. And our last exercise was drop landings off of a box. I also saw that Kelsey's knees were having a hard time tracking in this exercise as well, so I had to use the band once again.
Do another one. Maybe this thing. Oh, it was. Okay, go. Ah! Do another one. Ready? That was a good one.
So Kelsey did this workout every day for 3 weeks, and then each week I had her move up a level. So she started out as a beginner level, and then she moved her way up to advanced. So I asked Kelsey how she felt during play before and after completing my program, and she said that after completing the program, she felt she had much more stability in her knees, and she also felt that the technique education of this program had a big part in her confidence boost because she knew how to protect her knees while she was playing. I encourage Kelsey to continue with this program, and if coaches allow it, I would also like to implement my program into the girls' JV and varsity workout. That concludes my presentation. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them now, or you can email me. Thank you.